Hello, hello. Hope everyone out there is doing well. It feels good to make a video. I made a few to start off my page, and then life and work got busy, and I kind of couldn't find the time. But I've got some time now, and I had to put this out there because of some very exciting news out there in the TV world. I don't know about any of you guys out there, but the X-Files is coming back. It's very, very exciting. I am so thrilled. When I found out the news, I had read and heard rumors that there was chances of a reboot or bringing back, and the reboot word scared me because to me, when I hear reboot, I basically hear new writers, new actors, and the last thing I would want to see is two totally different people playing Mulder and Scully, other than David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. But I am so happy about this X-Files 2015 revival. Now, from what I understand, I think filming begins this summer. They're going to do 6 episodes. I don't know if it's going to sort of be a mini-series type thing, or standalones, or mythology. Honestly, I'm not too picky. I am so thrilled that this is going to happen. So yeah, I think they're going to start filming this summer. 6 episodes. The initial rumor I heard, for any of this was confirmed, was 12, but I'll take 6. I'm okay with that. It's better than 0. And I think they're supposed to air this fall. But again, aside from the confirmation that series creator Chris Carter, David Duchovny, Gillian Anderson, those 3 main players have confirmed that they're going to do it, and they sound excited about it, which is great to hear. X-Files was, and I will have to say still is, my all-time favorite show. Right now I've been watching Walking Dead. Has kind of been that show for me in recent years. In all honesty, after the X-Files ended, there wasn't really a show. It was hard for me to find a show to really get into, to enjoy or appreciate, up until Walking Dead came out back in 2010. I've also started watching the Breaking Bad prequel, Better Call Saul, which I'm really enjoying. I had seen a few episodes of Breaking Bad when it first started. I wish, well, I'm really thinking about getting the episodes on DVD and just doing a binge watch, because Better Call Saul is also pretty fantastic. Basically what happened with Breaking Bad is I did watch a few episodes, and then my husband and I made the frugal budgetary decision to cut cable out of our lives for about 3 years, and so we missed a lot of stuff. Primary reason we got cable back is we're both huge basketball fans, and a lot of the NBA is played on cable, ESPN, TNT, and now that we can afford it, the last couple of years have decided to splurge on League Pass. So we're both huge Blazer fans, and I'm a huge Spurs fan, so I get to see every Spurs game along with every Blazer game, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, going back to the X-Files, I'm really excited. I actually really started enjoying the show. I was a kid when the show originally started back in 1993. I didn't really become an avid fan, if you will, until end of season 5. Before the movie came out. I always, growing up, there were episodes here and there that I would watch, but you're a kid, kids usually don't have that kind of commitment to a TV show. But around 6th, 7th grade, I really began to fall in love with the X-Files, and it became this thing, this show that I was obsessed with. Couldn't miss an episode. Backtracked before the episodes were all on DVD. I remember they would show all the reruns on FX, and watching all those and recording them on my VHS tapes, and it's great. And from what I'm gathering from other X-Files with a PH, the fans out there, they're very excited as well. I know that for several of us, the show kind of ended with leaving a sort of a sour note. On a sour note, or I guess you could say a sour taste in our mouths. I felt that the show went longer than it should have. The show, in my opinion, should have ended at season 8. Some would argue that even by season 6 or 7, the show was had pretty much ran its course. But nonetheless, I stayed a true fan. And I watched all of season 9. In fact, to kind of support my commitment, to kind of back it up, I do own every season on DVD. So I have we've got, this is season 1, 2, yes, I even purchased, because I had to make sure my collection was complete, season 9. And season 9... yeah, obviously David Duchovny, he had become a part-time status in season 8, and of course by season 9, the only episode he was in the series finale. So of course that was a huge blow for me. I mean, it's kind of hard when your main character, or one of your main characters, leaves the show. But I've seen every episode. I've seen every episode more than twice, going from seasons 1 through 7. Season 8 and 9, most episodes I've only watched once, and the one time that I did watch them was in their original airing on Fox. There are a few episodes there's more than that. There's several episodes that I rewatched from season 8, but those are more when David Duchovny had returned, the second half of the season. Those were the episodes that I watched a second, maybe a third time. There are a lot of episodes where I couldn't even remember I could probably remember a general idea of what happened, but as far as details, like seasons 1 through 5, I have a much more clear memory. Not only details in the episode, but even the name of the episode. But seasons 8 through 9, it got a little bit more scarce. Season 9, I've only seen 2 episodes more than once from season 9, and those were the series finale. I've watched a few times, and I think the only other episode that I watched more than once was William, and I actually hated that episode. It just happened to be one of those things where I remember when Sci-Fi used to rerun the episodes, and I was in between classes when I was in college, and I was at my apartment. It just happened that the X-Files was on the Sci-Fi channel, and they were on season 9, and the episode William, where Scully gives away her and Mulder's son, which to this day, I kind of have a problem with. And it felt for me that it was sort of a scapegoat. Like the writers and Chris Carter, they made, it's a commitment when TV shows do this to bring a baby into the show, into the plot. And I felt that it almost seemed like when that episode aired, at least for me, that they almost regretted bringing this whole baby pregnancy plot to the X-Files, because then all of a sudden the baby had to be accounted for. When Scully was gonna go, of course Scully kind of had more, it seemed like she became more of an advisory part-time type character. I mean, she was definitely, I think she was in almost every episode in season 9, but there were episodes where you wouldn't see her until the very end. Wow. It was kind of disappointing in the episode in Lone Gunman, when the lone gunman passed away. And I think Scully didn't appear till the end scene. But nonetheless, I did watch all of season 9. Granted, I saw most of the episodes. Let's see how many episodes are here. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There were 19 episodes in season 9. Technically, I guess you could say 20, because in syndication, the series finale, The Truth, I think they divided up as a two-parter. But yeah, 17 out of the 19 I've only seen once, and that was in the original airing. But I am very excited. I think it's going to be fantastic. Whether they go mythology or standalone route or a little bit of both, I am okay with that as long as I get my X-Files fix. And hopefully when these 6 episodes air, all the X-File fans that are out there will come out and watch it and support it, and hope maybe that'll be well, I guess what they're calling it now is an X-Files revival. So that's very exciting. Hopefully that'll mean there'll be more in the future, because I would definitely tune in. I think I would like this better than them doing a movie like they did in 08. They did their sequel. It was a standalone, but it was a sequel nonetheless, and I personally liked it. I know there was a lot of there was some criticism. I thought it was great, personally. The story was pretty good, and it was really, I thought it was fascinating to see Mulder and Scully as a shipper. It was cool to finally see them live and be a couple and talk to each other as a couple. It was always, even when it was in its own X-Files Chris Carter sort of way, confirmed without being confirmed, without blatantly saying it, it was nice to see some affection, but at the same time that respect and that professionalism that existed in the seasons prior. And I hope, I'm kind of worried. I want them to be a couple. I read this article on Entertainment Weekly online, and they kind of had a list of what this revival, or this, I shouldn't say reboot, because it's not really a reboot. It's a continuation of this of these new episodes. And one of the things on their list that they recommended should happen is that Mulder and Scully should no longer be a couple, which I completely disagree with. All that history, all that sexual tension, all the fighting and wanting that shippers, all that, you can't take that away. And I don't want them to play this whole, because since the movie came out in 2008, and it's been 7 years, so it's very possible. A lot, as we all know in our lives, a lot of stuff can happen in 7 years. So I don't want them to play the estranged card. If they're gonna, if they're gonna not be a couple, I'd rather, I don't know, I guess if you're broken up, you're estranged, but I would rather they've been together all this time, they've been living together. Scully's probably still working as a doctor at that hospital. By the time the I Want to Believe movie ended, it seemed as if Mulder was revitalized, rejuvenated, and was ready to jump back out there in regard to investigating. I would actually be happy if we found out that in those 7 years, Mulder and Scully got married, personally. Because I know we're never going to get a sex scene. I don't think Chris Carter, he's never been, even when they became a couple, it was never in your face, which was actually great. It wasn't overdone. It wasn't mushy and cheesy and overstated. It was done really well. So I would be okay with that, because I again, going back to that Chris Carter style, not doing, even when they become a couple, just putting it all over the episode, just completely bombarding you with it. Even if they were to get married, I know that they'll never get we probably wouldn't even get a scene. I would love to see a Mulder and Scully wedding, honestly. But I have a feeling if they were gonna make that commitment, it would probably be done. It probably would have been done behind, off camera. And it might have, I could see it being done very with such subtlety, where you'll notice that Mulder and Scully now wear wedding bands. I could see them playing it that way, and they never really say that they're married. They don't spell it out there, but they live together. They have wedding bands. Maybe Scully is now Mulder. Maybe they're now Mulder and Mulder. Who knows? But I'm very excited. It's gonna be great. Another thing, that article said that they should bring back the Smoking Man. Anyone who watched the series finale knows that's probably not possible. But as Chris Carter always liked to say, nobody's really dead in the X-Files. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm really excited. I guess I was listening to the Chris Hardwick podcast that Gillian Anderson was on, and I don't know, this was the start of it, but hashtag 2015. I think that's what they started, hashtag 2015. So I guess it worked. Fans are still out there. I'm still out there. I might have to make a new, gosh, what do you call those? Scrapbook. I still have my scrapbook from when I was from my teenager days with all my X-Files pictures. I can't wait. You guys let me know how you feel. I think it's pretty damn fantastic. Alrighty, take care guys. Bye.